Assalamu alaikum everyone, peace be upon everyone here. We start by acknowledging the land in which we meet today. I extend that acknowledgement to the elders of the land, past, present and emerging. This is the second year in which this genocide continues, and we continue to turn up to demand this government do the least it can do, the least that any sovereign government can do, and that is to sanction Israel and kick the Israeli ambassador out of Australia and to cut all ties with Israel. Very simple demands, aren't they? Extremely simple demands that any government, any country that would exercise its sovereignty would do when it witnesses another government or another system committing a genocide. 1 year has passed. How long do you need? How many more children do you want killed? How many people do you want killed? How many hospitals? How many schools? What else do you need to act, to do something apart from empty condemnations and words and public announcements? What else does the government need? But for as long as this government fails to do what is right, we will continue to turn up, we will continue to do and demand these demands, and we will continue to fight for Palestine and for other causes that align with Palestine. In the past week, a number of actions have taken place, and that's what we do. Things might have wrapped up and new things will come up, but we continue to act. It's not just this Sunday that we do. On yesterday, the Sit Intifada wrapped up after 1 year. 1 year of sitting in front of the parliament demanding these demands. And the government didn't do anything about it. But the crew will continue to do what they do and will continue to demand. Other actions such as the rally in Geelong yesterday, such as other actions that are happening, they need participation. And that's what we need to keep doing. Keep pressuring, keep doing what we can do. That's the least we can do. There are people that are sacrificing their time, people that are sacrificing their money, and people that are sacrificing their lives at the front lines. And we've heard the sad news this week of the passing of one of the greatest resistors who fought until the very last minute of his life for the liberation of his land. And that's the spirit that we need, a fighting spirit that will stand still, that will hold the principles, that will hold the right until the very last moment. We've got a great lineup of speakers today. Our first speaker is Muayyad Ali, who doesn't need much of an introduction. He's a Palestinian activist and a member of Free Palestine Melbourne, has been involved in a number of actions, a number of activities for Palestine. Welcome to the stage, Muayyad.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Thank you everyone for showing up for more than 1 year. Thank you so much for your solidarity, for your spirit to fight against the brutal occupation that Israel trying to impose on our people. We are fighting for the freedom of those people who are under attack since 76 years. And they continue to fight with resilience and high spirit. So from here to Gaza, to those people under bombardment, for those people who see their children shredded in the street, we send them a great greeting from our city here in Melbourne. Allow me first to acknowledge and pay respect to the owners of the land, the Wurundjeri people of Kulin Nation, whose land I work and live upon. It's always was and always will be Aboriginal land. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land. For more than a century, the Palestinian people have been fighting for their freedom and self-determination. Throughout this journey, every Palestinian family has lost loved ones and made significant sacrifices to uphold their rights for existence and to resist the barbaric occupation. The Zionist occupation tried to break our spirit of resistance throughout range of horrific crimes, from the killing of our children to employing starvation and forced displacement to achieve ethnic cleansing. The killing and the assassination of Palestinian leaders will never deter the liberation movement or halt the resistance, but it will make it stronger, harder, more painful on the occupation. And it will strengthen our spirit to fight more and more and more until Palestine is free, until our people are free. What we are witnessing in North Gaza since October 5 is a textbook genocide. A textbook genocide campaign in every stage during the latest Zionist military campaign. By demanding 400,000 Palestinian civilians to leave their homes in Beit Hanun, Beit Lahia, and Jabalia. This operation has not only led to the loss of lives and homes, but has cut off vital humanitarian aid, putting countless lives at risk of death by starvation. Zionist leaders call this genocide campaign on northern Gaza the general's plan. The general's plan. This plan aims to ethnically cleanse northern Gaza from every Palestinian, not only as collective punishment against those Palestinians' families who refuse the plan, but to eradicate all of them. It's not just ethnic cleansing, it's eradication to every Palestinian north in Gaza, and then they will start doing the same thing in Rafah and the rest of Gaza, and they will move to the West Bank, and after West Bank they will move to Arab countries. All hospitals in the north now are out of service. They either bombed or out of medical supplies. So they provide very basic first aid only. Doctors can't do anything. They don't have supplies. They don't have even blood to give to the injured people who actually bleed to death. They don't have anything to give their patients or to deal with the mass casualty. The killing machines, robots, sent in between residential buildings to cause as much killing as possible, while the quadcopter drones shoot any moving object. Houses were Bobby trapped with explosive barrels.
Shame.
And labeling those who refuse to leave as legitimate military targets.
Shame.
Children are legitimate military target in northern Gaza and in the rest of Gaza. This is how Israel is. This is how the occupation is. This is the friend of Albanese is.
Shame.
So labeling those refuse to leave as legitimate military target is a clear assault on a humanitarian dignity, on human dignity, and the very essence of community life. It's a crime, and Israel must be sanctioned and punished now. Otherwise, the killing of innocent people will be normalized. The ethnic cleansing will be normalized. The genocide will be normalized.
Never. Never.
Israel deliberately dismantling the civilian infrastructure, aiming to diminish the social and political fabric that has sustained the Palestinian people for generations. Gaza is a home to critical social services, educational institution, and a historic root of many families. Its loss would have devastating repercussions for the entire population. And we should not allow that to keep happening. When people in Gaza and in Palestine look at Australia, they don't look at Albanese. They don't look at the government. They look at us, the people. And we have the responsibility to shift the political position of this shameful government to the right side of history. We cannot stay silent seeing people killed every single moment in Palestine and welcome Albanese in the Muslim Museum in Victoria. It's shame! Shame! However, the pursuit of such genocidal plan raises fundamental questions about the ethics of warfare, and the price of so-called victory. As we see this operation escalate, we must remember that people of Gaza are showing remarkable resilience in the face of genocide. Their steadfastness challenges any notion of a quick or easy victory for those who wish to eradicate them. It's shameful that we are not witnessing any condemnation from the Australian government or the international community and countries across the Arab world, as well as nations in Europe, are still hesitating to punish Israel after this inhuman war and inhuman genocide. The United States shameful complicity and the participation in the war by giving all military support and political diplomatic cover to the occupation and defending Israel while ignoring the catastrophic humanitarian condition in Gaza. That highlights the nature of hostility against the Middle Eastern people, in particular the Palestinian people. It's clear, there is no question about it. America is a hostile against the Palestinian people. Not just now, since a long time ago. And to give Israel 30 days, can you imagine people starving for more than a year and being sieged since 5 October with no even one drop of aid? They give Israel 30 days to allow the medical and the humanitarian aid to go into Jabalia. This is a slow killing process by America. This is shameful. It's a clear participation in the genocide. There is no question about it. In closing, we must stand in solidarity with our people in Gaza. And we should keep advocating for their rights to live with dignity and security in their homeland, Palestine, all Palestine, because Palestine, not just Gaza, it's one piece. Gaza, West Bank, Jerusalem, Haifa, Yafa, from Naqora to the sea, from the river to the sea. It's all one piece, historical Palestine that should be united. And any attack to one part of Palestine is an attack to every single Palestinian in and out, everywhere in the world. It is essential to push back against plans that seek to erase communities and deny people their basic human rights. We must call for an immediate end to the genocide and restoration of humanitarian aid now, and end the occupation, and end to the occupation. Now! Every single one of us should write to this government, to the MPs, to the Prime Minister, to the Foreign Affairs Minister, and tell them, stop the complicity. Stand with the people who are killing since 1 year. They should have got to the right side of history. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! I will use this occasion just to thank you very much on behalf of Free Palestine Melbourne and the rest of the movement. I am the treasurer of Free Palestine Melbourne, and I would like to thank you a lot for your generous donation for a long time. We succeeded to fund a lot of action since during the year. So some of you is planning to do any action for Palestine, please approach Free Palestine Melbourne, and we will try to support you as much as we can, financially and in any other way. So please donate generously for Free Palestine Melbourne. Thank you.
Thank you, Moayed. Yes, indeed. We will continue to fight this fight as the colonizer of Palestine intensifies their bombardment and continue with the genocide, we will intensify our actions. We will continue to do what we need to do in order for these demands to be met. And it's important that we don't give up. It's important that we continue this battle. One of the Hassan Kanafani, a journalist, a Palestinian journalist, once said, "Bodies fall, but ideas remain, and resistance is an idea, and an idea never dies." And that's the truth. While they may assassinate people, while they may carry their terrorist attacks on civilians, while we may lose people and leaders, it is on us to continue this battle, because we're fighting for the idea of a liberated Palestine from the river to the sea. We continue to fight for a liberated Palestine. We continue to fight for other causes, for Lebanon. As they bomb Lebanon now, we continue to fight for that, to fight for the refugees that are, refugees because of their wars and because of their, corporate greed. And that's why it's an important reminder this week to remember that the council elections are due by the end of this week. This is the time that we take actual action. This is the time when every single one who's eligible to vote gets the chance to say who votes for Palestine and who doesn't stand with Palestine. So we vote for Palestine banner over there. Please go and see them to see which councillors, which members, which parties are in support of Palestine. The last year is an example. It's the truth that, revealed the truth about the double standards of those people who call for freedom and people who call for human rights. Well, we've had a year to prove that, and they did nothing. Now is the time. Now is our responsibility as citizens to exercise that right and say, if you're not going to stand with Palestine, you're not going to stand in council. And that's how simple as that. So let's show them our strength and let's show them our vote. Everyone has a responsibility. Whether you're a teacher, whether you're a nurse, whether you're an engineer, whether you're a worker, whether you are, even not working, everyone has a responsibility in this fight. And no one's done it better than the Australian Nursing Midwifery Federation for Palestine. They've been quite active and they've done a lot throughout this year. Our next speaker is Holly, who's a member of the Australian Nursing Midwifery Federation, which is a group of rank and file nurses, midwives and carers organising within our union in the solidarity with Palestine. Give it up to Holly.
Thank you everyone for having me here today. So my name is, my name is Holly. I'm a member of the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Federation, and I am proud to stand before you as a healthcare worker and as a trade unionist. And I have been lucky enough to be organising alongside that incredible group of nurses and midwives since October last year. I can remember at this time last year, a group of us healthcare workers were scrambling to plan a rally outside the Royal Children's Hospital in solidarity with our healthcare colleagues in Palestine and with the children of Gaza as we marked World Children's Day. To be standing here a year later and to know that in this last 12 months, 11,300 identified children have been killed. To know that the true numbers of children killed are so much higher. To know that even these horrific numbers do so little to capture the immensity of pain and of suffering inflicted upon the children of Gaza. I don't need to spell it out to you. We are all listening to the eyewitness reports from Palestinian and international healthcare workers, including our own incredible colleague, Dr. Bushra Othman, healthcare workers who have borne witness to that suffering and who have done everything in their power to alleviate it. who have stood up and told the world what they have seen. We are all here because we are taking action to try and end it. But you know what else we all know? That in spite of all this, in the face of all this barbarism, our government would rather host weapons expos and scold protesters and public sector workers than sanction the state of Israel. I'm here speaking to you on behalf of a group of nurses, midwives and nursing students who are organising in our union in solidarity with our colleagues in Palestine and the communities that they care for. There are those that would tell us to be quiet, that we have no role in speaking up for the people of Palestine. But I think that we would know a thing or two about what it means to be a nurse. At nursing school, I learned that healthcare is political. We talk about the social determinants of health, about the ways in which poverty and race and gender and government policy affect the health of Victorians every single day. When our government makes funding cuts to essential services while at the same time pouring money into weapons manufacturers, our role is to say to this government and to governments everywhere, invest in healthcare, not warfare. I learned that nursing practice is governed by a code of ethics that guides our decision making. I learned that we have an ethical obligation to uphold human rights, to advocate for global health, and to work towards universal access to healthcare. It is therefore our ethical responsibility to speak up for the people of Palestine, to demand that they have access to healthcare, to demand that our colleagues are able to do their jobs and provide healthcare safely. But I think one of the most profound lessons that I have learned about my role as a nurse was when one of my educators told us that hope is a part of healthcare, and that sometimes, in the hardest of times, it is our job to hold onto hope for our patients. Hope means different things to different people at different times. It's hope in recovery. It's hope in a treatment. It is hope to find comfort. It is hope to find peace. I see so many parallels in this fundamental care work that we do every day with what we are all doing right here and right now. Every Sunday, we come together to hold onto hope. We come here to be with our communities, to hold onto hope for a just and lasting peace. We hold on to hope for each other, knowing that some days we struggle to do it for ourselves. To the Palestinian community here in Melbourne, you are not alone. To the healthcare workers of Palestine and of Lebanon, whose hospitals and ambulances are being targeted as they simply try to do their jobs, you are not alone. To the people of Palestine and of Lebanon, to your children, you are not alone. We are holding on to hope for you. We are holding on to hope of a free Palestine in our lifetime. We have seen the decimation of the healthcare system in Gaza. We have seen the deliberate targeting of hospitals and of healthcare workers. So I want to lead us all in a chant right now. It's one that you might already know. We are going to say something that frankly should not need to be said. But seeing as our government has done so very little to stop these atrocities, I reckon we need to chant this so loud that even Jacinta Allen can't ignore us. So I'm going to say something and you guys are going to tell me that it's not a target. Okay? Hospitals!
Not a target!
Hospitals!
Not a target!
Hospitals!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Nurses!
Not a target!
Midwives!
Not a target!
Doctors!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Refugee camps!
Not a target!
Armed guards!
Not a target!
Aid workers!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Journalists!
Not a target!
Unionists!
Not a target!
Schools!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Children!
Not a target!
Children!
Not a target!
Thousands of kids!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Not a target!
Gaza!
Not a target! target.
Palestine!
Not a target.
Palestine!
Not a target.
Palestine!
Not a target.
Not a target!
Not a target.
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free.
Thank you! And finally, I just want to add before I go, I've spoken about the Allen government and how it is cutting funding for essential services while investing in weapons manufacturing. And then simply are sanctioning public sector employees who are standing up for Palestine and speaking out against genocide. So we want to invite you to stand with us together outside Parliament on a parliamentary sitting day next Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. to say sanction Israel, not public sector workers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ollie. Just a quick reminder, if anyone can help with marshalling, we need support in marshalling department, so please, if you have some time to help, please make your way to the lockers in QV and find someone with a yellow armband. It's a bit surprising, a bit shameful that we have to demonstrate for a year to ask for nurses and doctors not to be targeted, for children not to be bombed. You know, every week we're here for the last year and nothing has happened about it. Makes you wonder if it was our own children, would it continue? Would it be the same? You know, at this rate it probably will. And that's something shocking that gotta make everyone think, you know, what status this government is at and what status the governments of the world are at. Our next speaker is a dear friend of mine. He's Aaron, who's a former refugee and founder of the Tamil Refugee Council and has been at the forefront of advocacy for refugee rights for the past 5 weeks. He has led a 24/7 refugee encampment in front of the Department of Home Affairs in Docklands and has tirelessly campaigned for refugee rights. Welcome to the stage, Aaron.
Thanks, Basil. Today, as we gather here once again in solidarity with the Palestinian people, I'm reminded of how closely connected our struggles are. Whether it's refugees fighting for permanent visas here in Australia or Palestinians resisting theft of their homeland, both struggles are about dignity, freedom, and the right to live without fear. In Melbourne, refugees have led one of the fiercest fightbacks the movement has seen in the last 100 days. It started as a 24/7 action in Oakley and spread nationally, creating 6 encampments which are still going. These refugees arrived between 2009 and 2013 when Labour was last in power. During this time, while Tamils faced a genocide in Sri Lanka, Myanmar ethnically cleansed Rohingyas, Iran persecuted its own citizens, and Australia waged a war in Afghanistan, our government turned a blind eye. In Sri Lanka's case, Australia even provided naval ships, financial aid and surveillance, installed security cameras at Sri Lankan airports to stop Tamils from fleeing the violence. Bob Carr, who's now backing the Labour Party over Palestine, was the foreign minister who oversaw this. For those who made it here, Labour ensured they got no permanent visas, introducing the enhanced screening process which deported over 1,500 Tamils back to Sri Lanka without even their claims being assessed. The rest were put into the hands of the coalition government, who put them through the fast-track process, leaving 9,500 refugees in limbo. It's been 12 years, and it's been 2 years since Labor returned to power. Labor has admitted that this process was flawed and abolished it, yet choosing to do nothing about the situation of the fast-track victims. Over the last 2 years, we have organised so many actions, from office occupations to walk to Canberra. Nothing has happened. Labor has chosen to maintain silence over this issue. That's why refugees have organised this encampment, inspired by international actions in solidarity with Palestine. Over the last 100 days, we faced so many challenges, from casual racists to real Nazis, and from Melbourne City Council to systematic efforts by Labor politicians to undermine us. They even used some of our own community leaders to divide us. But refugees persevered despite losing 4 people to suicide. Our encampment has made a huge impact. For the first time, people are talking about the victims of the fast-track process. 25 crossbench MPs have written to the Prime Minister demanding a resolution. The campaign has united refugee groups and sparked support from many community groups. Some Labor politicians are now suggesting they might work towards a solution, even though we know their words might end up being empty. The encampment has achieved what it could, and now we're looking at wrapping up. We're moving into the next phase of the campaign. On Tuesday, we'll be wrapping up, and after that, in the coming days, we'll be targeting Labor politicians' offices and setting up information stalls to keep raising awareness. And on November 9th, on 9th of November, we're planning a major action to keep the momentum going. Our fight continues until every refugee affected by the fast-track process gets a permanent visa. So like I said, this Tuesday, we're holding a closing rally to mark the end of the encampment, and we invite every one of you to join us. The rally starts at 5:30 p.m, but refugees will be gathering outside the Department of Home Affairs in Docklands all day. You're welcome to join us anytime. At 5:30 we'll have speeches, there will be a march into the city, we'll have food as well. We'll stand together to send a clear message that this struggle is far from over. Join us and stand in solidarity with refugees. Free, free the refugees!
Free, free refugees!
Free, free the refugees!
Free, free refugees!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
One struggle, one fight!
One struggle, one fight!
Workers of the world unite!
Workers of the world unite!
Thank you.
Yes, indeed, one struggle, one fight. No one knows refugees better than the Palestinians. They've been refugees for 75 years and still counting. And they know that struggle. And you can't fight for Palestine without fighting for the rights of refugees. Because refugees happen because of wars like the wars in Palestine, like the wars in Sudan, and like the wars everywhere else. Before we start moving, we have a very quick guest speaker, Khalid from Uni of Melbourne for Palestine, who will give us a very quick and short speech.
Hey everyone, just a quick reminder that Monday tomorrow from 12 to 4 at South Lawn at Unimel. UM4P will be holding a community painting day to honour prospective student Mahmoud Al-Naouk, who was assassinated 1 year ago this week. And we will also be honouring the 12,000 martyred students from Gaza. I cannot believe that I'm saying that. It's 12,000 students. And every one of those 12,000 students had their own hopes and dreams, and that was crushed by this genocidal campaign by the Israeli regime. We'll be making artwork to be placed along the main wall to the left of the lawn. It is a very low-risk event, so come and be part of the mural. Everyone is welcome, students, non-students, the community. Please bring any picnic blankets, snacks, any art supplies. Everything is appreciated, and everyone is welcome. Hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Thank you, Khalid. Before we start moving, as we mentioned earlier, now is the time to put our words into action. As we mentioned earlier, we have the council votes due by the end of this week, so it's important to participate in that, particularly in the city of Melbourne. Just a quick reminder that the city of Melbourne, we had people who voted against and spoken against the Israelis that take place every Sunday. So if you're a resident or in this ward, it's important to put your voice against particularly Rees, Wood and Kuta, who voted against Palestine. So put your vote correctly, put your vote to someone that is in support of Palestine, like the Greens or Jamal, and do the same in your respective councils. It's very important that we put this vote into practice. Now is the time to tell the world that our councils, our government, that the people in the suburbs are in support of Palestine, and this is what we need. Additionally, for mums and children, as you know, this week is the National Children's Week. So after the rally, if you got children, please come. We'll be turning back to doing a loop down to Burke Street, Elizabeth Street and back to here. That's the route today. So please make yourself back if you got children to participate in some activities that we'll be doing here. And if you have any children, please make your way to the front of the rally to lead it. So yeah, please do that. We'll march today, as I mentioned, Burke Street, Elizabeth Street. We'll come back and we'll continue our rally, so please come back here and let's make our voices heard. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Free Lebanon! Free Lebanon!
How you doing, Matt? All right. And you? Is that King Kong? On the t-shirt? Yeah. It's pretty cool. I wore it in honour of where I was last night. So last night I went to a gig at the Croxton, and these guys had one of the sound systems there. Oh! So it's kind of reggae, guys, solidarity. A lot of that stuff. Oh, yeah. So when I got up this morning, I'm like, hello. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've heard of those guys. Yeah. Columbia Sound System.
Yeah. So there's two main kind of, the people that do all the sound systems, there's two main kind of streams. There's the drum and bass reggae, and then there's the South American stuff. These guys specialise more in the South American stuff.
Yeah.
But because they all do sound systems, they often come together to do gigs. And the biggest one was last year. They all got together in the forum and they had 10 sound systems in the forum itself. It was such a night, it was wild. Anyway, March.
Yeah, March.
Is Hugo here today?
I don't know.
Okay. I wonder if he's not known he's cold yet.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold. Did he train this week?
No.
Okay.
So maybe no cold. Maybe. Oh, I didn't train at all.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I had a cold. I had a pretty bad cold.
Yeah.
Like I was waking up in the morning really cold with headaches. And just my throat was so sore. Yeah. So I tested for COVID. What was COVID? I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell's going on? So I found Friday. So I don't know if you train.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you later.
See you later.
Okay.
And we will continue to fight back until Palestine is free! Free! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Hey Chili! Thanks, Chili!
and in Gaddafi put them, and ISIS was being created by USA, burnt him alive, which is we condemn this defense. It's not a humane, not an Islamic at all. The whole world condemns burning him alive. And Dalu, Shaban Dalu with his mom, burned alive with his heart moving the tables to Gaddafi. We heard nothing anywhere in the world about him. Absolutely nothing. Shame. We start moving now.
Hey, here you go. How far away is it? you go?
Do you know about the film screening?
You do know about that, yeah. You should go to that.
Definitely.
Just be aware that you're probably looking great in the last week.
Yeah,
That's been our experience as well.
Okay.
The ticket sales are really slow. There's something in the last week.
Yeah.
So that's when you've got to give it a real boost as well.
That's good to know. That's really helpful. Good seeing you.
You too. Yay! Well done, you two. Champion. So they're looking out for people waving the flag with the different colours sticking out. And I'm thinking, oh, what are they going to do with the kids? Nasıl tıkanmış? Did you see how the doctor at this in Greece blocked all the shit?
It was so brilliant.
That was good, wasn't it?
So brilliant.
Hey.
Proud. A proud moment. A proud moment.
Don't expect much from the government, but... yeah.
Palestine. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. We are the people. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. All Zionists are terrorists. 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 All Zionists are terrorists.
How are you?
You might run out of film.
Oh no, I'm good.
You'll be right.
I'm good.
Có uống rồi, xin kính chào.
The siege on Gaza.
Shut it down.
The killing of children.
Shut it down.
Zionist agenda.
Shut it down.
Bombing of hospitals.
Shut it down.
Bombing of mosques.
Shut it down.
The lies of the media.
Shut it down.
The Israeli occupation.
Shut it down.
The bombing of Lebanon.
Shut it down.
The bombing of Gaza.
Shut it down.
The bombing of Syria.
Shut it down.
The bombing of civilians.
Shut it down.
The ethnic cleansing.
Shut it down.
False conviction.
Shut it down.
The genocide of Gaza.
Shut it down.
The genocide of Palestine.
Shut it down.
The occupation.
Shut it down.
The occupation.
Shut it down.
The holding system.
Shut it down.
The holding system.
Shut it down.
The holding system.
Shut it down.
There is only one solution.
Intifada revolution.
Intifada revolution.
Intifada revolution.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Intifada revolution.
Intifada revolution.
Right, after each number that I say, I want you to repeat, fuck Israel. One, fuck Israel. Two,
Fuck Israel.
three,
Fuck Israel.
four,
Fuck Israel!
one,
Fuck Israel.
two,
Fuck Israel.
three.
Fuck Israel.
Now, 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 now. One,
Fuck Israel.
two,
Fuck Israel.
three.
Fuck Israel. Fuck Israel. Fuck
White people are occupied. rather than theirs. But even
we've got the contact details for the guy, the contact for 40 sold. We'll work out who should make the first call. He's based in Adelaide. And he's been in contact with the FOPA in Adelaide. So
Now, where's that gimme? I don't want to.
I think that's venue.
Yeah, okay. I think it'd be hard to find a venue. Depends on what sort of crowd you think you might be. Like, how well known are they?
I don't know.
Because there's lots of venues, like a couple of years ago when I tried to run a benefit gig, well, as soon as I approached venues and told them what I was doing, many of them would just have a bit of a venue at a much reduced price. They really supported it. This was back in 2018. But I suspect places like the Brunswick Howler would be good. They've got that back room where they usually have the paid ovens. They've got a couple of other rooms that you
Refugees are welcome here. Say it louder, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Thank you very much. What a great turnout. What a great spirit. Again and again, we're showing the people of Melbourne and the government of Australia that Melbourne will stand for Palestine for as long as it takes. Week on and week on, every week, we will continue to shout and we'll continue to scream for Palestine. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Lebanon! Just that free Lebanon as well, of course. Free Lebanon, free Sudan, Papua New Guinea, free all the oppressed people on this planet. That's what we fight for here. A quick reminder again for those parents with children, it's the National Children's Week, so hang around after the speeches around here. We'll have some activities for kids. And a quick reminder as well for what's coming up this week. Geelong Community Barbecue on Saturday, October the 26th at Transvaal Square at the Geelong waterfront. Make your voices heard, head down with the family. They've had one yesterday and it was a great turnout. Again, we got to spread this word, not just in Melbourne, but all over Australia. And then on Tuesday night, we've got the Free the Refugee rally, the closing rally. They've been camping for 100 days at 808 Docklands, at Burke Street, Docklands. 100 days demanding this government to get their rights. On Tuesday, there'll be the closing rally at 5:30 if you can make it down there. And then the same night, the Last Key, a film by Nicholas Hanna, which was filmed across Lebanon and occupied Palestine, will be screening at 6:30 at the Sun Theatre in Yarraville. And then upcoming will be the Your Taxes Fund Weapons Community Forum, a great forum that has been organised by some activists to explain how our money is funding war by buying and supporting weapons manufacturing here in our suburbs. That's something to be ashamed of, and that's something that we want, not only us, but the wider community to come and see where money is being spent rather than being spent on school and universities and hospitals, as being spent on weapons manufacturing. Shame! Shame! Our next speaker, on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is Jordan Shukri Masood. Jordan is a Palestinian Lebanese activist and a member of the Socialist Alliance, and he's been campaigning under the Council of Meribek and is a presenter at 3CR. Jordan has been around with us for a while and he's pretty much active at every event that's related to Palestine. Give it up to Jordan.
Hello everybody. I'd like to firstly acknowledge that we are on the stolen, unceded lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. And I pay respects to all First Nations people. It is crucial to recognise that we cannot rightly talk about the horrors facing Palestinian people without acknowledging the ongoing genocide, dispossession of Aboriginal people on this continent. This includes systemic racist policing, forced removals and deaths in custody. So, my name is Jordan Shukri Masood. I'm a member of Socialist Alliance, Free Palestine, Dandenong, Meribek to Palestine, and I'm honoured to speak here today. Israel's genocidal attacks on Gaza, its ever-intensifying violence in the West Bank, and its terrorism in Lebanon should be understood as a settler colonial project tied to United States imperialism. This is a US-backed attempt at regime change and destabilization in the region. What the US did to Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan, Syria is being repeated here with Israel at the front being given a green light to carry out the most hideous violence and barbarism. Shame! The assassination of Yahya Sinwar was just the latest example of Israel killing any potential ceasefire negotiators and to stymie any prospects for peace. Shame! And there's nothing new about this. The US has used Israel in this way for decades. Israel has carried out counter-insurgency operations, assassinations against liberation movements across the world and within the region, and has sold weapons and military tech to oppressive regimes like Sri Lanka, Myanmar, South Sudan, India, just to name a few. That's absolutely shameful. We should ask, why is it that the US and the West has supported Israel's genocide despite such immense popular condemnation, such mass expense, and in the face of the deaths of thousands in Lebanon and tens of thousands in Palestine? It is because US capitalism requires this, and the capitalist class around the world understands this clearly. Capitalist growth and accumulation in countries such as the US, Britain, Germany and Australia is dependent on the appropriation, the expropriation and pilfering of resources from the global south. They need to impoverish, immiserate and dominate the south to keep it subordinated as a supplier within global commodity chains. And to this end, they will crush any movement or any government that seeks national liberation, self-determination or economic sovereignty. Using weapons tested in Palestine, they mutilate bodies, annihilate communities and degrade the planet. Shame! 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 And we have seen from our capitalist leaders, what we're seeing is a callous disregard for the value of human life. From the perspective of our Western leaders, it is clear that Arab and Palestinian lives do not matter. It is a cruel display of racism and demonstrates an utter lack of humanity. As long as it has existed, Israel has been at the bleeding edge of Western imperialism in the region as they cut the region apart, and the importance of the oil-rich Middle East in American global power is abundantly clear here, and it explains why Israel receives more than any other country in US foreign aid. Shame! Shame! And while the US is the decisive sponsor in Israel's genocide, their attacks in Lebanon, we must also condemn those who are most active in keeping Israel's oil and coal supply flowing. These include countries that have even been publicly critical of Israel, in word but not deed, including Russia, Brazil, Egypt and China. Here in this country, we have our own government to contend with. Australia is deeply committed to these aims, and to be frank, it has its own agenda within the Asia Pacific. So, we've heard for over a year that the Australian Labor Party is complicit, but we should be a bit more clear. The ALP are enthusiastic participants. They are intentional and committed, along with the LNP coalition, to the United States imperialist wars. This means the continual supply of weapons components, political and diplomatic support to Israel. And among this slaughter, the Albanese government and figures within the ALP have claimed that they are advocating for peace and social cohesion. Shame. Shame. But if they were serious at all about this, they would immediately stop arming Israel and cut all military ties to Israel, including the sharing of information collected in the Pine Gap spy base. But they will not do this, and it is not surprising, because we should not forget that the Albanese government also committed hundreds of billions of dollars in public money towards weapons projects such as the AUKUS nuclear-powered submarines. As millions of people are languishing and suffering in a cost of living and housing crisis. And Albanese, he's very quick to remind us constantly that he grew up in public housing, yet his government is merciless in trying to destroy public housing, while Dutton seeks to heap blame on migrants and refugees for the housing crisis. Disgusting! Shameful! Disgusting! Shame! So with local and federal elections coming up, there are many calls to use your vote to punish Labour and punish the ALP, but we must be vigilant in recognising that it is not enough to just vote these parties out in elections. The real task that we have to grapple with is to build a political alternative for the billions of people on this planet, not the billionaires. True solutions will not come from Parliament, but from everyday, ordinary people becoming empowered to democratically organise their own communities and societies. That sounds good. A better world is possible, and through building movements such as this one, we can glimpse a sketch of what this might look like. But we still need to grow and strengthen this movement, because if we have not yet been able to force the ALP to stop its support for the genocide in Gaza, then we will certainly not be able to restrain it as it pursues runaway climate chaos in its rapacious war drive for resources. But amid the darkness, the rise of this mass global movement has, without a doubt, been the brightest ray of hope. Given the scale of this genocide, it's not surprising that the struggle for Palestinian liberation has become a global point of unity for all of those who oppose the current state of order and Western imperialism. We've had to fight tooth and nail for every scrap we've won, and the world has not forgotten this, and more than a year on, we are still putting pressure on them, and they are responding to our movement. To win a free Palestine, or a genuinely free anywhere, requires new forms of society organised around principles of self-emancipation, anti-imperialism, decolonisation, anti-authoritarianism, internationalism and feminism, just to name a few. The road to liberation and freedom for all oppressed, subjugated, exploited and dominated peoples and their lands passes through Palestine, because the struggle for a free Palestine is a struggle that aims at the heart of imperialism and a key cog in the global capitalist system. But nothing will be won if we do not keep coming out in numbers, with strength and overwhelming tenacity. So keep fighting, keep getting out there in the streets, picketing weapons factories, organising forms, grassroots, school streets and old towns. Keep coming to the rallies. Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Lebanon! Free, free Lebanon!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Lebanon!
Free, free Lebanon!
Social cohesion, eh? Social cohesion, my ass. Where is your social cohesion when people are being killed? Where is the human cohesion? Where is your human rights that lecture us about human rights and social cohesion when people and kids are being killed in Gaza for the last year? What happened to that, eh? That's why we're here today. Our next speaker is Nauman Sayed, who's a student activist currently studying international relations. He's a member of Stand for Uyghurs Australia and is passionate about advocating for the rights of the Uyghurs, Palestinians and all oppressed people around the world. Nauman is a proud Muslim and believes deeply in global united world. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. First and foremost, I'd like to thank our hosts, but I'm speaking about our elders from the bush to the coast. Indigenous mothers and fathers who sacrificed the most. I acknowledge the original owners of Australia's pre, present and post. I stand here today as an activist, which means I advocate for humanity. I cannot limit my activism to one cause when there are so many other causes that need advocating for. Causes that face the same cruelty of apartheid, the same cruelty of occupation, the same cruelty of settler colonialism. A year after the Nakba, another indigenous population was also occupied by a settler colonial power. The Chinese Communist Party, the CC Pigs, came to power in 1949 and took control of East Turkestan, home to 12 million Uyghurs. Today, over 1 million Uyghurs have been detained in concentration camps. Thousands of Uyghur children ripped from their families and placed in orphanages, and the rest of the population living in an open-air prison. Shame! Shame! The occupation stretches beyond East Turkestan to Tibet, into Mongolia, into Hong Kong, and more. Like Palestinians, Uyghurs face a similar apartheid rule, where checkpoints restrict movement of Uyghurs, but allow free passage of Han Chinese. Like Palestinians, Uyghurs are under constant surveillance technology, ironically much of it produced by Israel and sent to China. Shame! We protest here in Australia, where the Aboriginal people were also occupied, dispossessed and treated as lesser beings. How is it that the Australian government can support the oppressors like Israel and China when they know full well the history of colonialism right here? How can they stand by these systems of apartheid when they have seen the damage of their own settler history? We stand together against this system of occupation, apartheid and settler colonialism. It hides behind laws, borders and military strength. It builds walls in Palestine. It builds concentration camps in China. It builds graves in Sudan, in Myanmar. It steals land. It strips freedom. It breaks roots. Shame! We stand here united against this global system of occupation and apartheid. From the west to the east, no matter where you come from or what you look like. They fear our voices. They fear our unity. They fear the fact that we can see through their lies and political games. And what they fear the most is our power to boycott, to take away the very roots of their power. If you're boycotting Amazon, boycott Shein and Temu. If you're boycotting Zara, boycott Nike and Adidas. Their power comes from our division, from making us believe that Palestine is separate from the Uyghur struggle, that Sudan is separate from Myanmar. The voices of the struggling are all connected. We resist. We resist and will continue to resist the erasure of our identities, the theft of our lands, the breaking of our roots. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free East Turkestan! Free, free East Turkestan! Free, free the Uyghurs! Free, free the Uyghurs! Free, free Lebanon! Free, free Lebanon! Free, free Sudan! Free, free Sudan! Free, free the Rohingyas! Free, free the Rohingyas! Thank you very, very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, my man. And yes, indeed, these struggles are all connected, and it's a system that produces this oppression all over the world. And one final reminder will conclude this rally, and we look forward to seeing you again and again next week. I only hope that we don't have to turn up because the war has ended. But as long as this war continues and as long as there is struggle, We'll continue to turn up and make our voices heard. And one last reminder, very importantly, the elections, the council elections are by the end of this week. Make sure you post your vote. This is our chance to tell those people in power that oppression has no place, that if you don't listen to the people, we will vote you out. And that's the oath that we need everyone here today to take with themselves, that we will vote these bastards out so that fairness and peace can prevail in this world. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Thank you.